If I ever made a compilation of piano pieces that are the most beloved and most famous ever written, this piece would fall squarely in the middle of that list. And thankfully, it's also quite straightforward to learn. And as a little cherry on top, it's also extremely good for scale technique. So I think you'll have a lot of fun with this one. Very elegant music. It's exactly what's to be expected from Mozart. So let me play the first 10 seconds of the music for you, give you a sense of what we're up against, and then I'll break it apart and I'll show you exactly how to learn it. So here it is, Sonata in C major. That's where I'll stop. And we'll begin with the left hand. So as I said, the piece is in C major, which means, the key signature has no sharps or flats unless it's a non-chord tone. Very straightforward. We begin with some Alberti bass, and all that means is just kind of a back and forth, top to bottom, and the bottom notes alternate. You'll get into the swing of things as soon as you learn the first couple bars. So we begin in C major position in the left hand, 5, 3, and 1. And I'd recommend that you do learn it in positions first, just to get a sense of what the shape of the hand looks like for each of these. So 5, 3, and 1, followed by 4, 2, and 1, resolving back to where you started. Once you have those two chords finished, you break it up in an Alberti bass fashion. So that will be bottom, top, middle, top. Simple enough. And again, bottom, top, middle, top, twice. And that's the end of the first bar. Then the next bar begins with this position, 4, 2, 1, same sort of pattern. Bottom, top, middle, top, once only. And then we come back down to the figure we started with. So take a moment, learn those notes as I just showed you, and then stitch it up. Like that. And when you're playing this left hand, you should be clear about the fact that the top note, the G that you keep coming to on the thumb, should be quieter than the bottom two notes, right? The top is a kind of a filler, right? So if we were gonna break everything up into layers, we really have the melody. We can think of the bottom two notes. And then the third, it's not really a layer, but it is something that should be a little further removed, sort of blended into the background more, the thumb of the left. Right? And with that in mind, making sure that the left hand thumb stays fairly comfortable, loose, and soft, gentle, the way to play that is with the wrists. You should sort of breathe and bob up and down as you play it. So it sort of goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Very gently, just a little bit to keep it from tensing up and to also keep the thumb nice and gentle. Yeah, I think that sounds good. All right, I don't think you need any pedal for this, although, to each their own. I prefer it to be dry, but, you can also play around with the pedal and see what you like. Anyway. There's your first two bars. Now the right hand. Begin with the thumb on C for 2 beats. And then 3, 5, leading us to the next bar. Thumb on B. And then 2, 3, 2. Resolves to C. So we start in C major position in the first bar, right? Then you move over with the thumb, and that moves everything over adjacent to it. And we end up on a second finger. Easy enough, right? With counts, we'd have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and there's your first bar, and then 1 and 2 and 3. So notice that on the end of 2 is where you fill out those ba-da-dum, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But that'll be made even easier once you put the hands together. So take a few moments, make sure you have that in hand, have that in mind, and let's put it together. So we begin at the same time on C's. So far, so good. Then together, left, together, left. With counts, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Moving on. This is where they come in together. So keep in mind, that's your position, that's what you're about to play. 1 and 2 and 3. And then we finish on C's in both hands. Watch again, a little slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you can see on the end of 2, 1 and 2, and you have 2 notes that you're going to be playing with the left hand before you, and then again realign with C's. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's it. Simple enough. As I said before, try to be cognizant of how you layer it, right? Obviously, the left hand shouldn't be as loud as the right. That doesn't make any sense. So try to layer it like a cake. The right hand is, and again, it's about Mozart's style. The classical style has a very clear sense of elegance, symmetry, form. So when you as a performer play this, you have to be very aware of how you place each of these elements. The right hand being louder and singing above the left. Right. And phrasing, we begin, move up to the B, which is the tension. Phrase towards the B, and then relax on the resolution. Yeah, as you play this piece, it's very simple, but early on, it really helps to be aware of, where the phrases are going and how you want them to sound. Otherwise, you might just sound like a cookie cutter. You might sound bland. Be very aware of what you want this to sound like, and then sculpt it in that way. Okay, then we move on. And the rest of it we're going to do on the website. As usual, is where you can find the rest of this tutorial. That's where the whole library of tutorials is, which of course includes this full movement. Jump on over there and we'll finish it off. Rest assured, there is a free trial, so you don't have to, worry about that at all. Start a free trial and you'll have access to everything, so you can see whether or not you like it. If you do, stick around. If not, no hard feelings. I'll see you on the other side. See you soon.